Flaxie Bud is so excited. Can you guess why? Today is a learning day, so come along for a while. The Irish Linen Centre and Lisburn Museum is where we will go to learn all about how something called a flax seed can turn into fabric clothes. Our first stop on our trail is to meet this mighty pharaoh from ancient Egypt. He lived at least 5,000 years ago. What has Egypt got to do with making fabric? Flaxie asked. Well, Flaxie, we grew flax seed, spun yarn, and wove fine linen. And when we were done, it made clothes we could live in. The type of linen we created to wear was seen as a symbol of cleanliness and purity. And linen like this was made into a bandage to wrap up people like an Egyptian mummy. Flaxie Bud thought this all sounded very good, but still didn't really know how linen was created. So Flaxie went and searched for more answers. Maybe Flaxie could watch someone making it. First, Flaxie learnt that flax seeds were sown in March and soon bloomed to create flowers of blue. It was then picked and ready to harvest. And then, can you guess what they do? They would use a big comb to brush it, like the one you would use in your hair. This was called rippling, and it would take out the seeds to feed the cows, and the rest would be left right here. The next step was to have the flax redded, which sounds a bit like rotten. It was put into really smelly water and tramped right down to the bottom. After it dried out, they would scotch it, and it would turn out like hair with tats, which was pulled through more combs lots of times. Do you think you would like to do that? Well, you would have to be really careful, as the hackling combs are very sharp and pointy. They turn the fibre smooth and ready to spin, and looks like Rapunzel's hair, long and silky. The fibre would go onto a big spinning wheel and be spun round and round. The finer the yarn was spun, the finer the cloth was made, and you could sell it for lots of pounds. To spin on a wheel like this, spinners would sing a song to keep the wheel on a steady beat and tease the fibres to keep them smooth and long. After the fibre was spun, it would go onto a thing called a bobbin, which would take 12 to 14 hours to do. Do you think once you were finished your thumbs would be throbbing? Once the bobbin of yarn was ready, it was sent to the weaver to use. We put it in a big device called a loom, and the next thing they would do is move a shuttle from right to left and left to right again. Finally, nearly the finished product was here. Lovely woven linen. Flaxie Bud loved learning about the process and couldn't wait to see what came next. Beautiful clothes, napkins, and umbrellas, all made from wonderful flax. Now, Lisburn Museum didn't just teach Flaxie about flax, but had lots of other fun things to explore. So, Flaxie Bud went to see a lion, the wombles, and lots more. Now what can Flaxie see in this display? There are books, helmets and plates. And here Flaxie can see jugs, radios and clocks. Isn't it great? Flaxie's found a book and made a new friend. But Flaxie isn't ready for the museum trip to end. I know. Let's play a game with Flaxie. Can you guess the object from the museum collection? First, guess the object. Is it A, a baby's high chair, B, a wooden game, or C, a washboard? It was A, a baby's high chair. Guess the object. A, telephone, B, cooker, or C, a record player? It was C, a record player. Guess the object. A, penny farthing, B, a unicycle, or C, a wheelbarrow? It was A penny farthing. Guess the object. A, shampoo, B, Coke bottle, or C, medicine? It was B, a Coke bottle. Guess the object. A, an ironing press, B, a sewing machine, or C, a printer? It was B, a sewing machine. I hope you enjoyed your visit to Lisburn Museum today to see the amazing flaxwork and learn new things this way. But now it's time for Flaxie to smile and say goodbye. And next time you're in Lisburn, come in and say hi.